What's going on, gamers? I am Rakaba18. Today I have another video for you for Marvel Snap. We're going to be talking about a card here that is not yet released as of the timing of this video, but it is coming this season in Days of Future Past. And I wanted to put out this video because I can anticipate that this will be one of the stronger decks, potentially take over the meta in the near future. And I don't think enough people are talking about how good this is going to be. So I wanted to walk through it and show you what I think is going to look like. Master Mold is a card that will add 2 Sentinels to your opponent's hand. Now, on first glance, that sounds kind of useless. When I first heard it, I was like, I'm not sure how that's going to fit. And I've been tinkering with some builds and some ideas. We recently unlocked Darkhawk and Ronin. So we're going to plug those 2 into this deck, and this one's called Dark Mold. So a Sentinel will add another one to the opponent's hand whenever they're played. So given that we can only carry 7 cards at any given time, having 2 guaranteed spots that can't be removed filled with Sentinel means that they are going to have a ton of cards in their hand. And so that's where Ronin comes in. Ronin gives you 2 power for every card in their hand, so that kind of can boost up into the low 9s, sometimes into the 10s and 12s. The other way that that's really helpful is with Darkhawk. If you have 7 cards in your hand, you're not going to draw another one. So what ends up happening is you end up playing with 2 power for every card in the opponent's deck. Those 2 together are strong, and they're going to be really useful, combined with like Devil Dinosaur and some of these other cards, which are designed to either put cards in their hand or in their deck, or put cards in my hand or in my deck. The idea becomes you gain power and reduce the energy cost of those cards. Black Widow's in here to prevent him from drawing 1 round, which will then obviously mean he's going to have more total cards in his deck at the end of the game. So I think you plug in Master Mold here potentially for Devil Dinosaur, although that's a pretty great one, or Rock Slide here. There's a number of different options. You could plug in, even take out Sentinel here and put in Master Mold. So we obviously do not have him currently unlocked because he's not in the game, but I wanted to show you what this kind of looks like without him, and then you can kind of get a sense of what it looks like with him. Let's jump into our first game here. While we're waiting for this to load up, I want to make sure every single person in this video that is watching right now is subscribing to the channel. Like 96% of you who watch my videos don't subscribe. So make sure to hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. Got a couple of other videos, one for Negasonic Teenage Warhead and for Kitty Pryde, who are the other 2 cards coming this season. So, all right, he's played Hood here. I played Quinjet to reduce the cost of all of my cards that come to my hand that didn't start there. This is going to prevent him from destroying Hood, which is a great start for us, obviously. Interesting that you don't see this very often, Collector and Hood together. So we're going to go ahead and go Black Widow. And that should put another one at some other place. I believe, I've never actually experimented with this, but I believe that means it draws 2 of them for him, which means he'll have to play both of them. The same would be true on double on reveal, which means it doesn't seem like much, but it does mean 2 card slots are going to be 0. And obviously the most important part of that is that he is also losing the card draw there. All right, so we got Vibranium is free, so we're going to put him there. We're going to go Rock Slide here. Actually, let's go Rock Slide here. And now we have Ronin on our hand, which we're going to play on turn 5. Ronin will give us 2 power for every card in his hand. He's got to have a lot more since he's got to hopefully clear that draw. See, there's both of the Widow's Bite. And now his hand also has a ton of cards in it. So let's go Ronin here. Now Ronin is an ongoing card, which we can replicate with Mystique here if we need to. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and snap here. There's a pretty strong chance we win here because we're going to go Darkhawk, which will give us 11 power on 2 of the zones here, which is pretty much a win for us. And there is the retreat. Victory. So as you can see, even without Master Mold, this deck can be pretty strong. It's underrated, and it's one that I don't think is getting enough attention. Let's go ahead and take a look at one more game here and see what it looks like. Let's start with Quinjet. Assuming it doesn't get discarded. Okay, Devil Dinosaur is a tough loss there, but that's okay. Definitely not a fatal one. We do have Ronin, and we can match her with Mystique. All right, nothing to draw on turn 2. It's unfortunate we're drawing some of our more expensive cards here, so not a great start for us, unlike last time. Armor's actually a good card for us, because we want to protect Ronin anyway. Okay, Zabu's a good one, because now we can play Rock Slide for Cheever. We're going to put him here. And on turn 3, we'll go Rock Slide. Now, keep in mind, too, what's happening right now is he's got a ton of cards in his hand, which is actually beneficial for us. He doesn't realize it yet, but it is. Okay, and we have Darkhawk, so we're going to go Rock Slide first, Ronin, and then Darkhawk and Mystique. Interesting that Titania, you don't get to see that play very often with Venom. Good play, though. All right, so we're going to go Ronin here, and then at the end, we'll go Darkhawk and Mystique, so we're going to snap. He's got a ton of cards in his hand, actually. So this should be somewhere in like close to 10, I would think. Yeah. And see, even with Red Skull, it's not enough for him to overcome it. Now, I would imagine we're going to see some variation of... so let's go Darkhawk and then copy him over here as well. So we're going to end up seeing some variation of... not Arnim Zola, but... Taskmaster, probably. Yep, Sunspot's not going to be enough. Black Panther's a good play there. But still, we end up winning on the tiebreaker. So as you can see, even without Master Mold, this is a very strong deck. One that I don't think anybody's using well enough yet. And one that I think is going to dominate throughout the rest of the season on... Days of Future Past. Thanks again so much for watching. Let me know what you think below, and like and subscribe to the channel. I want to also tell you that I play this game over on Twitch full-time at Merkaba18. Make sure to check it out. I will see you soon. Thank you so much.